All right, I want to welcome you and thank you so much. I'm still blacked out. It's still February, Black History Month. Today's episode, we are talking about 50 Shades of You. Now, today I want to talk about you. I'm going to talk about identity today, man. And most people have issues dealing with their identity. I know there are some 60-year-olds, 70, 80-year-olds that deal with their identity. We all have seen the 60-year-old grandma or granddad that dress like they still 30. Really? Somebody get your granddad. Yeah, no, put that down. Get your granddad. Get your granddad. From adolescence through puberty, going from child to a teenager, from a teenager to an adult. Those are some very, very rocky times, crazy times. Everything is changing in the body, not just physically, not just sexually, but mentally. And identity is usually the biggest issue then. I have had the great opportunity of working with adolescents for the past 9 years, and oh my goodness, it is a trip. Really? And I've learned not to blame the kids. It's not their fault. Well, some of it is their fault. Some of them, y'all joking. A trip. Bad. Some of y'all just, Again, everything is literally changing the physical makeup of life. Everything about you is changing. Anybody who works in middle school, high school can tell you identity is the big thing, man. Unfortunately, a lot do not find their identity while they're in middle school, high school, and they become adults with identity issues. Really? Somebody get your granddad. They're trying to find acceptance, find themselves. Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Number one, look at yourself in the mirror. Got any boogers? My eyes. Really? How I look. The different facets and dimensions of yourself, of who you are. But it's you. But understand that there's so many dimensions of you. God made you so amazing. Like, you are so amazingly made. There's so much to you. Life is always a continual, revelation of yourself. Forever. Forever. Yes. Focus on accepting who you are. It's very easy to tie your identity to a place, to a season of your life, a phase of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were in high school at one point in time. There's no reason in the world you're 30 years old. You're still thinking about your high school self. Still trying to fit the clothes you wore when you were in high school. Really? Trying to talk as you talked in high school. Get your granddad. Like, something ain't right about that at all. There's so much impact you're supposed to make on the earth. But the thing is, it's multi-dimensional. Today you could be making an impact at the particular job you're working at right now. When you go home, your dad or husband, video games. Really? That may be your hobby. Really? You might be the supreme best elite player on a particular game. Kind of lame, but a musician. There's so many dimensions to you. All of those together make you you. Not just one of those make you you. All of those together make you you. The thing is, you don't even know all the dimensions of yourself yet. Don't hold on to any one. Somebody get your granddad. Don't hold on to it too tight. Yeah, no, put that down. Hold on to it, embrace it for what it is. This is a part of you. One shade of you.
50 Shades of You.
Embrace that. Be happy with it. Even major brands on the Fortune 500 list, Walmart, McDonald's, Target, Best Buy, Amazon, those brands carry a lot of other things with them. McDonald's doesn't carry just Big Mac. When you think of McDonald's, you think Big Mac, French fries, you think shake, you think ice cream, apple pie, 2 for $1. Best Buy, you don't think of one particular thing. You think Best Buy, you think, TVs, appliances, cell phones, DVDs, movies, all those things like that. But there's so many dimensions to those brands. So understand, your brand is you. Wherever you go, wherever your strengths are, be that. All those areas, man, they're you. Accept them, harness them. They all come together to make you, you. There's so many shades of you. Don't let your identity, your value, your worth be tied to someone else's identity or thought of you. God made you perfectly. You have an amazing purpose. You have some amazing things to do, amazing impact on this world. And do not put yourself in a box of this is all I can do. This is all I'm going to ever be. Forget what people got to say about you. Especially if it's not positive, if it's not uplifting, it's not encouraging you to be the best you. Now, like if something about you is messed up, then get that fixed. Like, if you got bad breath, really? Get your granddad. Get that fixed, you know what I'm saying? If your dress is like tacky, get your granddad. If there's things about you that are really hindering your progress, change those things. Yeah, no, I'll put that down. Listen to them people that know you. Everybody that tell you that, like, dude, that song was not good. They're not a hater. They tell you can't sing. That don't mean they're a hater. But understand what you're good at. And go and be the best you can be. All right, this is Jeff Ingram. Peace out.